Fact for the week. Guyana has 3 main geographical regions: the low-lying coastal plain, the savanna zone, and the mountainous region.
Welcome to Guyana through the eyes of Homestretch Magazine. We explore beautiful places, spectacular events, and showcase talented people. I am Lorene Ward. Today's features include a music video, The Best You, Dress Factor, Personality Profile, and Rediscovering El Dorado. We kickstart this week's show with a music video from a young upcoming Guyanese artist.
Cruising down the west side, Camp Street region. Shout out to my people hustling for a reason.
This here is the tonic that reminds you. Remember something when you know with the girl at a young age, you're there for firing.
Like
and
me,
then
they always firing, yeah.
After that you lose the kick. This is bring back the kick.
Money, money, money brings the visions to reality. Trying to stack this paper real high. Gravity, Georgetown hustle. So many strategies. G's in the town selling crack just to flip a couple sacks. I'm not against that, cause a brother gotta eat. Chasing dreams, dreams worth more than money. What's a man without money? What's a man without money? Like Movado, I want a box full of money. But me not go the wrong way for the money. I learned from my mama, I love you mommy. And I do this on my city, Georgetown, Guyana 5592. I telling you, Bana, yeah. That's just me, Bana. Now wave your banners. If you do this for your city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana. And when I do it, I get a real good time. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana. And when I do it, I get a real good time.
Golden Arrowhead, where El Dorado's finest. From sunrise to sunset, the hustle, man, is timeless. Every dollar counts, every second on the grind. Yes, daily motivation for your ears, so rewind this. Vendors on the streets, they be busy selling greens. Some be selling DVDs, others busy selling dreams. Trying to make that quick cash, go get it by any means. If you're trying to get it cheap, you should check them Chinese in the stores. You wonder how you purchase, you could go get it at courts. Singer's Lucky Dollar got it all for your home. Just be sure to pay that bill or they take it back to show. Cause you don't want them people coming knocking on your door. GG Cell keeps it red or the guys keep it blue. Shout out them top of vendors who be selling credit too. Represent where you're from, west side coming through. Cause every day we hustle in the 592.
If you do this for your city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana. And when I do it, I get a real good time. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana. And when I do it, I get a real good time.
Stabrook Market is the place to find it all. Just be careful while you shop under the clock. Not at all. You could probably take a bus or even go get a car. School kids stay in school in Saturday City Mall. Regent Street be so busy, every store, every stall. You can even buy some music from the men pushing the carts. America Street is the only place you need to be if you need that fair exchange for your foreign currencies. In the night we be chilling, drinking Guinness by the case. So we sipping El Dorado, we don't even need to chase. Beautiful ladies all around, one people, 6 race. Put your banners in the air, Benzie, tell them what it is, son.
If you do this for your city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana. And when I do it, I get a real good time. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana. And when I do it, I get a real good time. If you do this for your city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana. I do this for my city, yo, Georgetown, Guyana. And when I do it, I get a real good time. I do this Georgetown, Guyana. I do this on my CDO, Georgetown, Guyana. And when I do it, I get a real good time.
A glimpse of beautiful Guyana and what our talented youth have to offer. As the new year unfolds, we challenge you to be the best version of yourself. Here's how.
Most persons desire to be genuinely happy, to feel complete, and to be the best version of their self. In the quest to achieve happiness, you must first begin with what is holding you back from being the best you.
In order for you to become your new self or your best version, you need to take action. But first off, you need to have the right reasons for doing what you're doing. If your why is not strong enough or compelling enough, you will not find yourself intentionally working to improve yourself because your reason for doing what you're doing is not as compelling.
Take a minute to ask yourself, do I believe in myself? Am I holding back my own progress? One such factor that plays a role in a hindrance is low self-esteem. Someone who has low self-esteem basically lacks confidence.
You would hear them say things about themselves that are ill. Also, they would tend to amplify those things that they hear people say about themselves that are not true. For example, if I'm to say that you are very ugly and that resonates with you, that's one sign that you're actually depressed and you have a low self-esteem. Because the mere fact that it resonates with you, it means that you were carrying a part of that in you. So it connected. And the fact that it connected, you are indeed a bit low on yourself. You're not thinking high of yourself.
Dealing with low self-esteem is quite simple once you've recognized that this is your problem.
Without awareness, you cannot solve anything. How can I solve that which I deny? You see where I'm going with that? There are some people who do have low self-esteem but choose not to do anything about it. And then there are others who know that they have low self-esteem, accept it, and they try to correct it.
Once you've realized the issue, making strides to correct or improve yourself is so much easier.
If you love yourself, you are going to do things intentionally. You are going to deliberately do things to better yourself. If growing yourself is a priority for you, then you will do all that it takes to better yourself. The key to all of this is knowing yourself, being aware of who you are and where you're heading. What I would say, it's beginning with the end in mind. When you begin with the end in mind, you have a clear direction in where you're going and you know exactly what you want to do to get there.
There are lots of different ways in which you can continuously motivate yourself, such as ask yourself uplifting questions. What am I happy most about in life at the moment? These are beneficial since they make you realize minor things which are often taken for granted.
Put on a new mindset. Read things that motivate you. Find people that are doing the things that you want to do, the level at which you want to get it done, and keep those people nearby. Have somebody to hold you accountable to the things you want. If seeing a picture of Les Brown motivates you, or probably a picture of a happy face motivates you, whatever sends you to your happy place, what I would recommend is you have those pictures and you place it where you are most of the time. For example, for me, in my room, there are lots of quotes that makes me happy that I have there. You can listen to people like Darren Daly, John Maxwell, Les Brown. You can be motivated by them, though they're not in your immediate circle. You can feed your mind with things that pushes you toward your goal, pushes you toward your growth.
At some point in every individual's life, they will face self-esteem issues. The important thing to remember is it requires constant effort and self-investment to stay on the trail of happiness.
Simple ways to motivate you, starting now. Are you a lover of dresses? Juanita takes us on a journey with dresses tailored to suit your mood.
A dress is commonly known as a frock or gown. It is a garment consisting of a skirt with an attached bustier or a matching bustier, giving the effect of a one-piece garment. Dresses can be formal or informal. In many cultures, dresses are more often worn by women and girls. In the 11th century, women in Europe wore dresses that were more similar to men's tunics and were loose, with a hemline reaching below the knees or lower. By the end of the century, these dresses featured a tighter fit on the arms and women's upper bodies. Dresses were made snug by featuring slits on the sides of the dress that were pulled tight in order to fit a woman's figure. In this modern era, many women and girls are free to express their personality through the clothing they wear.
How do you feel wearing dresses?
Beautiful. I feel great because when you wear a dress, sometimes everybody look at you is like, oh, where is she going with the African print this time of the year? But I know that it's one of a kind. So I walk with my dress, wear my dress, just feeling confident. I love wearing my dresses, especially the African prints.
Claire Richards has been a seamstress for over 18 years and one who enjoys making dresses.
First of all, I decide what pattern, and that too depends on the fabric too, because some fabric don't go too well with certain patterns. So it depends on the fabric, on the pattern of the fabric, the design of the fabric. You figure, oh, this would look nice with a dashiki style dress, or a kaftan, or pants and a skirt, or a dress, So it got a lot to do with the fabric, the choosing of fabric, and that's where you go. The pattern, you take the pattern from the fabric most times.
The length of your dress can determine the type of dress it is.
After you've made the dress, what are some of the positive or negative reactions that your clients would give you?
It's been very. Some of them would say, oh, it doesn't look like me. I said, try it on. At least I would double check on the measurement to make sure the measurement is fine. Some of them would refuse to try it on because they just look at the dress and say, oh, it doesn't look like me. So sometimes I would say it could just help if you try it on, because not everybody's body shape is the same.
Have you been invited to a wedding recently, or are you planning a night out with friends? Here are a few dress types to suit the event. A gown or long dress is a woman's formal dress, usually having a floor-length skirt. This is perfect for weddings, proms, or any formal event. Maxi dresses. Maxi is a term used since the late 1960s for ankle length, which are typically informal dresses. Midi dress. Midi is used to refer to any dress or skirt that has a hem which hits at midriff calf, halfway between the knee and the ankle. These are suitable for cocktail events. Knee-length dress. The hemline ends at the knee height. They can be worn for a dinner party or any other formal event depending on how you accessorize it. Mini dress. A very short dress that terminates above the knee. This can be worn for clubbing. Micro dress. A micro dress is an extremely short version of a mini. It can also be worn to go clubbing. Now that you've learned of the type of dresses, here are a few tips to accessorize your dress.
I have the wide brim sun hat. That is, this comes along with the belts, the bags, clutch, whatever you want, you could just say. But for the new year, I intend to go a lot into hats and other accessories.
And what type of dress would go with this hat?
This could go with a plain white, a bright orange, even a black. Simpler, the better, because this is colorful enough to go with almost any dress.
Some people say that you're not fully dressed until you have a perfect pair of shoes to match your dress. Whether you choose to wear heels or flats, always remember to wear a smile.
Your dress should fit well enough to show you're a woman, and yet loose enough for a lady. Being a makeup artist is more than just a hobby. It could evolve into a successful and satisfying career. A self-taught makeup artist who takes control of every project she sets her eyes on with exceptional professionalism. Shanice Edwards, a mother and entrepreneur.
I grew up in a family of creative people. Everyone is into fashion, hair, whatever it is, just beauty in the whole. And I was like pushed and motivated by seeing that with my mom, my aunts. Every day they would be like, you know, get fancy, to say, in front of the mirror, and they would be like, you know, to put on their brows. That's the time that's when black pens and brown powder and, you know, little lip gloss on the lips. But I was always like, wow, this looks good. The transformation I like. And then, you know, growing up, I was into like pageantry, and, you know, I'm always in front of like the camera and taking pictures or getting dressed up for some event. So now finding myself in like an adolescent stage, I was like, I need an identity.
Everything sparked from there onwards. She began watching YouTube videos, practicing in family, friends, and now her clientele has grown.
What I see for my new clients, and if they're not into makeup, they'll be like, you know, I don't like too much, and just take your time and don't put that. And don't. Well, when they're finished and they're completely finished with their face, it's like the transformation, and they like it a lot. It's like, what? I didn't know that I can look this. I mean, you're already beautiful. The makeup is just there to enhance it, basically. But that's the whole thing, what I love about makeup.
After toiling for 5 years in this exciting field and achieving professional status for 2, along with the privilege of working with other makeup artists, her passion bloomed into a career. Shanice is the founder of Plush Beauty Studio.
Plush came along in a conversation that I had with one of my friends, and we were like, I didn't want to use my own name, like Shanice. I mean, even though Shanice sounds sexy, I didn't want to use my name, but I just wanted something different, something that Guyana doesn't hear about often, you know. So I was like, okay, Plush, and I was like, okay, let me look up this word and make sure that it is a word. So when I found it, I was like, this is mine. So Plush, basically, it's exquisite, it's expensive and luxurious. So I feel as though when persons getting a face beat by Shanice Edwards, that it's exquisite, it's luxurious. You look expensive when you step out.
As an entrepreneur, the demands are numerous and can be challenging. But for this creative mind, at the top of her list is family time.
He's still a baby, but for me, it's something that I have to do because I have responsibility. And he is my priority, so I have to do it. But what I do, what I know is that when I go home, I'm a mom first. There is no businesswoman here. I'm a mom. I make sure I attend to him, and when I'm at work, I'm at work. So I balance the two. So between the hours of 7 to about 6 p.m., I'm an entrepreneur. But after that, I'm a mom first.
Shanice puts her clients at ease by making them feel comfortable, respected, and most importantly, looking and feeling their absolute best. Plush Beauty Studio, a name with potential.
I want to make Plush well known. A person should walk in to not just to do their face, but for advice, to shop, you know, things like that. So I want Plush to be big. I know I'm gonna get there, but it's just slowly, baby steps.
The importance of makeup artists is present in almost every sector of the entertainment industry, from magazines to modeling. Time to get excited about Matrimony 2019. Events are unfolding. Let's join Anadia.
Linden has already hosted the first Crank Up, and this weekend we'll see an all-stars concert in Region 1. Region 5 will also be visited by members of the National Steel Orchestra, who will be providing live pan entertainment in the streets as they do every year. On the 19th, Lethem gets a taste of the band concert. If you've been wondering who's contesting the junior and senior calypso and soca competitions along with chutney competition this year, you can check out the contestants at rehearsals on January 20 and 27 and February 1 and 2.
It's 5 years of sitting on the sideline wanting to sing calypso. Yes, it's been a long, long time. I'm sitting on the sidelines looking at the show. Everybody tell me it's a waste of time, cause calypso lose its rhythm and rhyme. No more double meaning, no more craft, no style. The art of storytelling, it's left way behind.
Early in the new month, the ante picks up with the Junior Calypso and Soca Finals at the Bartica Community Center ground, Adult Calypso Semifinals at number 3 Village Union in Berbice, and the Soca Monarch Semifinals in Region 10 at the Linden Georgetown Bus Park. Region 3's Track and Field Center will entertain many for the Chutney Dance Competition on February 9. The following day at Bath Settlement Community Center, we will see the finalists for the Chutney Song Competition.
I wake up one morning, oh, drivers, don't think I'm forgetting about you. You better slow down and stop with all them boom crew.
The National Art Exhibition will officially be opened as of February 14, while the Children's Competition will be on at the National Cultural Center on February 14 and 15. The anticipated Adult Calypso Finals will be on February 15 as well, while the children's activities will culminate with their costume and float parade, moving from parade ground to the National Park for final displays. February 16 is when the finalists meet for the Soca Monarch Finals at Durban Park, while the Chutney Finals will be at the Anna Regina Community Center on the 17th. On the same day at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall, the big bands will take on each other at the Steel Band Panorama Competition. From February 18 to 21, the Republic Lecture Series, Folk Evenings, the Literary and Visual Arts Street Fair, and Masquerade Jamborees will unfold in Georgetown and in the 10 administrative regions. The climax of celebrations come on February 22 with the ceremonial flag raising, and finally the costume and float parade on February 23, Matrimony Day.
Mark the dates on your calendar. Don't forget to send us pictures taken at events you attend. Thank you for spending time with us. Like our Homestretch Magazine Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Lorene Ward, reminding you to make each day your masterpiece.
Quote for the week. Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you'll never have enough.